Good morning and welcome back to my Flosstube channel. My name is Lizzie and I go on here and on Instagram as this Mrs. Fisher _stitches. What a time it has been. It's been a long time since my last video. If you're new here, I can be quite sporadic, so I'm going to try and increase my regularity on here on YouTube. And if you're not new here, well, if you are here, very big welcome. If you are a regular follower, thank you very much. Lovely to have you here, always lovely to read your comments, and I hope you like what I've got to show you today. First of all, let's think what I'm going to talk to you about, if I remember, because I have no notes. I have got a big finish. I've got a smaller finish. I've got lots of starts, and if I remember to go and find them all, lots of whips. But here is my big finish. I'm going to cut the video to show you my big finish because I haven't got it anymore, it's at the framers, and I'll put in some pictures of it. It is AKGIT 1833 by the wonderful Jacob of Modern Folk Embroidery, who I've already shown it to, and I'll put that picture just here. I didn't want to put it on Instagram or anything until I'd shown it to Jacob. Enjoy. So yes, that's my big finish. I am super delighted with it and cannot wait to see it framed. I'm going to pick it up in October at the next Floss Friends retreat. Speaking of retreats, that's where I saw Jacob at the Big Stitch 2026. Now, I'm not going to do a full recap video because I'm sure lots of people, there were so many Flosstubers at the event yesterday, so many Flosstubers at the event that I don't need to do a video of it because someone much better than me will be doing that. But suffice to say, Sammy and Lynn outdid themselves. It was absolutely brilliant. I've got, I can show you my goodie bag, I can show you a bit of my haul, and certainly what I stitched on while I was there. I sat with a table of friends, near a table of other friends, and near a table of other friends, and it was just, I get emotional thinking about how much joy my cross-stitch friends bring to me on a daily basis. So I won't think about it too much now because otherwise I'll just sit here and blub at you. Let's move on with another finish, shall we? So this is, may I introduce you to, I'm just folding it up so it looks a bit better rather than the scraggy ends of Ada, you know how it frays and looks a bit tatty. May I introduce you to Ferdinand Frog. This is an Artsy Housewife Patreon. I think it was, oh, sorry about my nails, by the way, they are awful. This is an Artsy Housewife Patreon from May, I believe, so it'll come out sometime next year, I'm sure, because he's gorgeous. And I stitched him on 14 count Ada that I dyed myself just by plopping it in a bucket of dye. I have no idea why it's so mottled because it really shouldn't have been. It should have been a uniform brown. I'm not disappointed with the result. Unfortunately, I've got some more left so I can do something else. But yeah, isn't he fab? Atelier Framing was there, and on the last day she was doing a bit of a buy two get one free sale, on her, like the frames I think she makes with offcuts. I said to her, why are you selling these so cheaply? And she's like, because I don't want to have to unpack them when I get home. So I was like, okay, let me take these off your hands. So I've already got a frame for it in mind. And you'll have to excuse the hair. I've not long got up. So let me just have a swig of tea. Thank you. When I finished AKGIT, I was a bit like, oh, what shall I work on now? You know, it's such a big project because I probably should say, I might put a little thingy over the bottom, but I worked on it from January to last weekend, fairly monogamously, and I was doing like 600 stitches a day, some days more, to get it done for Big Stitch so I could show it to Jacob. And so after that finish, I was feeling a bit like, oh, what shall I work on? So I picked up this because Ada's quite easy to stitch on for me now. And but at the weekend I was like, I'm just going to start all the things because I don't really know what I want to work on. I knew I wanted to finish the frog, but I only had about 200-300 stitches left on that, so I left that till the Sunday. And yeah, I didn't really know what to do with myself, so I'll show you some of my starts. Now, the lady at Blue Coppice, Bethany Hughes, did a talk, and I bought this chart from her from a Floss Friends retreat recently. Sorry about my nails, you're just going to have to... I bought this at a Floss Friends retreat because I love it, and I bought a couple of the other charts of the kits. But I hadn't got around to starting it, and she did a talk at the Big Stitch. So while she was talking, I made a start on the baby fish. It's not a very big start. I'm stitching it on some, it's Chromatic Alchemy, I believe, 32 counts. And there's my start. Like I say, not a very big start. It's about 24-25 stitches. No, it's not, it's about 30, maybe 40 stitches. 1/1 for the little fish, and then you do the big fish 2/2. But there we are. So that was that start while she was talking. I thought it was nice to start it while she was doing her little speech. And it was really interesting how, you know, she's got this world in her imagination where all these things, all her patterns exist and, you know, live. So that was nice. Now, where am I going to put things so they don't get dog fur on them? I'm in a different location, hoping that the light is better, but judging by where it's on me, I don't know if that's going to work. Right, next, start. That was the last start. Oh, the first start I had was the Mandala Sea Turtle by Maloka Designs, and it's going to look like this. And that's where those went. Found my scissors. Over the course of the weekend, I'm stitching it on some, it's Coffee Craft fabric. Oh look, I just left my needle in it willy-nilly. Oh, people will be shouting at me. There we go, let's just pull that through. So that's where I got to. So I'm just going to do all the greens of the shell, and then I'll put in the veins, like I think it's yellow, holding the bits of the shell together. I hope you could see that okay. I couldn't see what you could see. So I think for me, that's quite a good start, especially as there's so many changes of colour. Really enjoyed stitching it. I'm doing it 1/1 on 18 counts. Like I say, Coffee Craft Ada, so there's no colourway. And hopefully I'll get that finished I want to say by September, but I think that's a bit of a stretch goal for me at the moment, given that I've just started 32,000 other projects and have no control over well, I have control over what I stitch, really. I just have no control over starting things or switching things because I get distracted. It's a beautiful morning. It's about, what, 6:30? There's a bumblebee outside on my passion flower just buzzing around collecting all the nectar. Oh, there's 2 now. It's gorgeous. Can you hear the bird chirping in the background? Oh, the light's very bad, isn't it? Let me move over. Can you hear the birds in the background? I do like early morning. If you can hear them, Tina, can you let me know what that bird is? I know what that one was. That was a nasty crow. Okay, next start. I had a bad day at work a couple of weeks ago and I treated myself to some kits. Let's cheer myself up. Could have been worse, could have ate my feelings. So I shopped them. And this, I'm trying not to get the light. That's probably the best, isn't it? This is one of the kits. And it's called Flight of the Whale by Adriana. And it came, obviously I'm using the kit threads. It came with Ada, but while I was at the retreat, I found the most gorgeous piece of fabric by Hand Dyed by Crafty Kate. And so I've started it on that. It's a very little start, but it's going to look like it's in the clouds. Isn't that fab? Oh, I don't know what you can see. I'm hoping you can see some stitches. Do I need to put something behind it? Is that better? So again, another good start for me. Lots of counting. It's a paper pattern. Oh no, maybe not this one, but I've got another pattern that you can say, please send me a Saga file. Oh no, you can get a scheme for Saga. There might be a QR code on the pattern somewhere. I just need to have a look. I've never used Saga. I have it. I haven't used it yet, so maybe this will be my baptism by whale. It's got lovely colours though, the threads. Look. Aren't they lovely? So I started this on Saturday, put a decent number of stitches in. The fabric is a 32 count by Crafty Kate. Not Hand Dyed by Crafty Kate, it's Fabrics by Crafty Kate. Sorry. And it's called Winter Court. I saw it and I was like, I need that fabric. I need it for a project. And I love it. It's going to be great. When it's going to be great, I don't know. But it is going to be great. Because when I say when, this is very much a sit down and concentrate type stitch, isn't it? My brain's not really into that at the moment. But it might be now I've got something exciting to work on. I have to do a lot of sitting down and concentrating at work. So when I come downstairs to stitch, it's like, oh, I just want to let my brain be free for a bit. But maybe a different type of concentration will work. I'm keeping this in this beautiful project bag that Fiona gave me, and it's just so joyful. I thought I was going to use it for work to keep papers in and stuff, which I may well yet do, but at the moment that's where it's living, because there's a balloon on here and there's a balloon inside it, and it's just so whimsical and joyful and reminds me of my childhood and my children's childhood. So yeah. Now then, oh no, one more start. Have I shown you 4 starts? Because I had 4 starts. The fish, the turtle, this, and then this. So this is going to look like this. This was the Patreon for June, I believe, for Tiny Modernist. It's a tiny start, teeny tiny start. I am stitching it on the June colourway. All my scissors are in the wrong, they're all in bags, they shouldn't be because I'll never see them again. The June colourway from Swan Bay Fabrics. Get well soon, Marie, miss you. And I started it yesterday after I finished my frog, so I only had a couple of hours to work on it and I spent most of that chatting. So the June colourway was called something. What was it called? Was it on the label? Sorry about this. It was called Not Colour Fast, Do Not Wash. It's written down somewhere what the colouring is, and I'm sure lots of other people will show it in videos. If you don't have it, because I think half the world is in this. Oh, there it is. My start. I couldn't find my start because it's so small. I've done half a leaf. Woo! Started at the bottom. I thought I'd work my way up. But it's beautiful fabric and I think it's going to look fab on here. Yeah, there we are. I thought I'd finished a frog project. I ought to start another frog project. Do I have another frog project already on the go, I asked myself. I'm sure Fiona will be able to tell me what projects I've got on the go. I don't think so. Don't think so at the moment. I will have soon though. And that's got lots of frogs in. Once I get to an A3 printer, I'll be able to do it. I might be able to scan it on my phone, you never know. I just need to photocopy the chart because it's a kit, so I need a working copy. Okay then, so whips. I worked on one whip while I was away at the weekend, and then I've got a couple to show you the since I last saw you ones. So this this was 2026's charts from Jacob of Modern Folk Embroidery, called Big Stitch 2024, Big Stitch Big Tree. And I'm not sure when you last saw it. I'll see if I can find a picture, but I'm not going to guarantee it. And here's where it is now. So I haven't done masses. I certainly haven't finished it. I'm sure lots of people have. I'm stitching it using hand dyed by Rolanda silk, and it's delicious, on some random unidentifiable, because I don't know where it came from, just out of the box, 16 or 18 count, 16, because I'm using 2 strands quite happily, Ada. And I love the variegation that this silk is giving me. It's just brilliant. That carnation is just love it, love it, love it. And if you don't love what you're stitching, stop stitching it. Oh, that said, maybe I can't say that actually, because the next project I'm going to show you, I love the concept. The execution, however, well, it's taking forever. Let me just, I've got the pattern magnet on a needle minder attached to it. There we go. So this is going to be Bunny by Martha Bowyer. It's a kit my daughter chose for me to stitch from John Lewis one day. It's very cute. Apparently looks like her bunny at her dad's. I'm stitching, so I'm not doing it on the Ada because I thought, I know, let's make it life hard for myself, harder. Doing it on this 36 count opalescent by Coffee Craft Fabrics, and that's where I'm at so far. So I have worked on it a lot recently. I've got this arch over his head. That ear was mostly filled in this ear. I'm getting there. I want this done by September too. I keep saying September because she's going off to uni and she wants to take it with her. And also I started it 2 years ago. So when she was 16, she's 18 now. She's going to be 19 soon. If I finish it by September, I'll have finished it before she's 19, so it'll take me nearly 3 years, not actually over 3 years. It's a lot of bounds. And the reason I'm stalling is, or the reason I'm telling myself I'm stalling, is that the pattern is on a shiny paper, and so my lamp I have to use my lamp because I find the opalescent hard to work on, but the lamp is reflecting off the paper, so I can't see the symbols very well. So there's that. Quite pleased with it, really. It's just very hard work. And then I had a new start, but not a retreat new start, just a I'm at home new start. And I think I was quite grumpy about something my husband said to me, so I had a new start. You know how men can be completely insane. They say the right say something that makes total sense, just at the completely worst moment they could possibly say it. Hope you can't hear my neighbour's dog barking. Anyhow, that was one of those moments. So I started a new project. This is called Willow's Pond Biscornu. And it's great because look, it's got beavers on it. And I'm stitching it on 20 count Ada by Roxy Floss Co. in the colourway Pi 3.14159. They only went to 5 decimal places. Some people can reel it off to 20,000 decimal places. So I'm, I suppose they only have slips of paper that big to write what the colourway is. So they had to stop before they ran out of room. I like the joke because it looks like pumpkin pie colour. I think is that why we called it? Why we called it? Like I work there. I would love to work there. Can you imagine? I'd never have any money because I'd just take stuff home with me every day. I'd never actually earn an income. I don't know if you can even see what I've done, but I've outlined. I can't see what I've done. Oh. There you go. I've done a square in backstitch. And then I need to do another square in backstitch. Oh, which I've started here, look. Because when you make a biscornu, you join it up by looping around the backstitch outline. So it's a start. It's not much of a start, although it is 120 stitches square this, so that's lots of back stitchings in one square. I think it took me an evening to do just one square, maybe even two. I'm so slow. I get easily distracted. I'm just so slow. And I'm okay with that. Then the last work in progress I've got to show you, or last 2 works in progress are in this bag. Made by the wonderful Jess. Cross Stitch Jess? I think that's her name. So this one is going to look like this. It's hummingbirds. What's it called? By Boomerang Stitches. It's called some ruby-throated hummingbirds because they've got red throats. Or one of them will have. Not this one though. Not the one I've started stitching. Sorry about this thread at the front. I was meant to fill it in at retreat, but I didn't take it with me, so I didn't fill it in. But that's looking good, look. Got some progress on the birdie, on the first birdie. And I'm stitching this on a yellow 16 count Lakeside Needlecraft Ada. And then the Fruit Dove Frenzy. Oh, this is covered in dog fur. Everything gets covered in dog fur. Now, I started this at the last Floss Friends retreat with my friend Adita, who has since finished it, and it looks amazing. She stitched hers on 40 count. I'm stitching mine on 32 count. Lugana from the nice people at Zweigart by the looks of it. And here's where I'm at. So this bird is the one in the middle that's upside down. Yeah, it's great. It's great to work on. I just have too many projects. But I'm not mad about that. I like all my projects that I'm working on at the moment. I've probably got some projects in the garage that I don't like. But when I go out and when I eke the baskets down to just those ones left, we'll see what happens to them. So I think that's all the cross stitch I've done recently. Not masses, but masses because of AKGIT. So not masses of projects, but for the amount of time I've been away. But a big project, tick off the list. And that was one of my big finishes for the year. So I had 6 finishes for the year I want to get finished. AKGIT was one of them. That Blasted Bunny was one of them, is one of them. I haven't finished it yet. So the other 4 are Aquarium by Luca S. Monfolk Embroidery Sal 2021, Fruits of Plenty. 1, 2. Peter Pig by Gecko Rouge. I think that's going to be too many stitches. And Arabesque by Jan Hicks. So I will hopefully have put pictures up of those while I was saying those, and you can see what they look like. But I do have plans. So those 4 might not happen. The bunny will happen this year, unless I have an accident and my arms fall off. But otherwise, the other 4 might not happen. Arabesque could happen. But you know, 2021 finish. 21 stitch long. Wouldn't it be good to finish in 2031? It just has a nice ring to it, doesn't it? Then I only need to rechart the 2 into a 3 rather than the 1 into a 6. That might be easier though, mightn't it? Anywho, plans. I have a plan stitched. I didn't think about it. Reflection, did I? This chart by Sammy. Excuse me. Hope you've not got headphones on. Ooh, everything's falling off my lap now. I have plans. So Sammy of Little Loops, All the Old Barn. So she's Little Loops on Instagram and things. And her stitching design is the Old Barn Stitching Co., her design company name. And that was in our retreat bags. That was like a retreat gift. Delightful, isn't it? So I want to start that. I've got that. I did a conversion from my stash of Roxy Flosco threads. So I'm going to do that, start that. So now I'm home, maybe. Desperate to start this. This is a release at Big Stitch by Jacob of Monfolk Embroidery. I just think it's so funny. If I would have all the time in the world to my needle, I'd happily tend. But seeing that I don't and the hours slip by, with you I would rather than spend. Once I've finished stitching this. I love it. It's really different. I'm going to do it in a really vibrant green, I think, on white. That's cool. I love it. I haven't seen how big fabric I'm going to need. I might do it over 1 and then it won't be a problem. I also picked this up from Jacob because I love that. Little black frame. Nice, nice, nice. These I pre-ordered from Rachel at Talking Dog Stitchery. So Pocketbook Peacocks by Michelle of Bendy Stitchy. I love that. I love peacocks. I love crazy colours. So I might hype it up a little bit. What else did I pre-order? Let's do the pre-orders. Oh, this. Erica, close your eyes for a second. I might be stitching you this at some point. Aren't they lush? Although you could open your eyes and tell me if you like them or not, because if you don't like them, then I'm not going to stitch them for you. I'll stitch them for me. Maybe we could have one each because there's two. That's a good idea. Erica's my sister, and she's a musician, so if I see something music-y, I tend to think, oh, she'll like that. This was in our little stitchy, our little gift bags, our stash. You know, you get a retreat bag, which is delightful. From Corey, Lalisha at Corey's little shop. Corey's little shop. And it comes with the threads, it comes with a needle, it comes with fabric, it comes with beads. It's literally everything you need to stitch that. Exciting. The gift in the bag that wasn't in the bag but came a bit later was a Stacey Nash animal cracker, puffin, and a puffling. Adorable. Adorable, adorable, adorable. I think I might stitch that up soon because I know who I want to send it to once I've finished it. Oh, this was a retreat pre-order by Michelle of Mama Loves You GB. And these were all the pre-orders. We were sent an email with Sammy with all the pre-orders on the day Leslie, Fiona and I went into Toronto, and just near the CN Tower, round the back of the Jays Stadium, which used to be called the Rogers Centre and is called something else now, I can't remember. There is a massive like ironwork, couple of poles with woodpeckers on our ironwork, massive. And so we saw that and I thought, oh, that will remind me of our day in Toronto. Like I need a reminder because I'm always thinking about Fiona and Leslie because we talk all the time, but you know what I mean. Nice memento. And then I think I had one more pre-order, two more pre-orders. This one from Love Poppets. I think I'm going to change the big stitch to a different word, like just stitching. If I can move that around a bit, I will try and do that. And then I got this one. I wasn't going to get this one until I saw it framed on Sammy's Flosstube. So you'll have to excuse where the needle minder is because, yeah. A magpie's song. It just looks beautiful framed up, and she did it on 40 count, so it's really quite diddy. So I'm going to try and do it on some 40 or 46 count, and keep it diddy as well. Beautiful. I might have the colour in mind. Then there was a sneaky little giveaway table, and I picked up Pierre Noel. It's a Bet Ashley Designs. He's quite cool. I was about to say he's got the French flag. That's because he's called Pierre Noel Donut. Pierre Noel. And I also found, thank you to whoever put these up, but thank you to the person who put up Nativity Tiny Town on the freebie table. I'm going to be stitching that for my mum for Christmas. Make it into a little nativity drum for her. don't think she watches this. I don't think she knows how to YouTube. And then this is something I bought to treat myself for finishing Big Stitch. I ordered it before we went away. It's just the last thing on my lap. This kit from, I can't remember where, and isn't he fab? I think I got it from that craft paradise shop that people have been talking about recently. I went and had a look and picked myself this. I was looking for giraffes and came away with a tiger, but I'm very happy with him. So that was my whistle stop tour of all things stitchy in my life recently. I've just got to put it all away now. The husband's just woken up, I think, so he'll be down in a minute. Yeah, plans are to enjoy my stitching, stitch on something colourful, and make lots of progress and stop getting distracted by my phone so that I can stitch more, because that's really what holds me up, I think, is I get caught up scrolling and then like my life has disappeared before me. It's early morning. I'm going to go and make another cup of tea, start work. Oh, put some of this stuff away so people can actually sit at the dining table and sit on the sofa that's just there. And then, yeah, have a good couple of weeks or a week. I might be back if I do masses of stitching, you never know. Cool beans. Take care.